Shalom, shalom. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh. Right, this is Voice of the Branches. Right, this is episode 11. Right, so we got the brother Big Judah. You know what I'm
Shalom,
saying?
shalom.
Thanks.
That's
So
right.
let's get into it. So who we
That's
got?
what's
Who we got? Let them know who he is, man.
Hey man, I'm brother Judah, one of the captains of Anointed House of Saints, out of North Carolina, man. Greensboro, North Carolina, man. Happy to be here.
All praise the Most High. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So first, we want to ask, you know what I'm saying? So how long you been in this truth?
What is 2024? So I've been in the truth. It'll be 7 years in October.
Dang,
Yeah,
7 years.
7 years in October. Yeah.
Oh, that's mighty. Okay. So, usually when we come on here, so we like to ask people, you know what I'm saying? Because this podcast is really geared towards like, people that's in the truth, but also people that just come in the truth. So
Right.
what was one of the things that like how did you come into the truth? You know what I'm saying? Like 7 years ago, how did you come into the truth?
All right. So my aunt sent me a music video. What's the brother name? Oh man, I forgot the brother's name, but it was a song called "They Don't Really Love Us." Everybody know that song, man. He starts off with Psalms 83, and she just sent me different music videos from Israelites. I ain't know what it was at the time though. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's just like gospel hip hop or something. You know what I'm saying? And she sent me the joint, and Psalms 83 kind of hit me a little bit. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Okay, cool. But I keep researching. I'm watching the videos. You know how it leads you to another video, leads you to another video. So I'm listening to different music videos, and then I come across camps, and I'm like, dang, they talking. I always been kind of pro-black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My roommate in college, he was with the Nation of Islam. So you know,
Yeah.
and you know, what's his name? Farrakhan don't use the Quran at all. He used the Bible.
Nah, he don't. He used the
You
Bible.
know, he used the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? So always been pro-black, but this time they was using the Bible and being pro-black. So I'm like, okay, but I still didn't understand what it was. I'm in the Christian church at the time. You know what
Do
I'm
you
saying?
remember like which camp that it was that you was
Yeah,
watching?
yeah. So I only knew about one camp. I didn't know there were multiple camps. So
Mm-hmm.
IUIC is who I saw first.
Okay.
But then I started seeing other videos later on, and I'm thinking it's all IUIC. Ended up being ISUPK. That's funny, right? How do you get them two mixed up?
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But they saying similar stuff. You know what I'm saying? They both speaking truth to power. They both speaking bold. So I'm just thinking it's one camp. I'm thinking this is a church, really. I'm thinking it's a church that's teaching the truth of the Bible. Because I always had an inkling that what I was learning in church the whole 24 years I was in there wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? So watched that music video, started watching camps, really didn't understand until I saw an IUIC video by the brother, what's the brother name? Deacon Nathan. It was called The Rise and Fall of the Imposter. And it was pretty much talking about how the Jewish man is pretending to be a Jew. And the stuff that was in that video, that opened my eyes. I was like, oh, all right. And, you know, I was playing the drums in the Christian church at the time. And I was learning. I started getting convicted. I ain't wearing no fringes. I'm like, man, forget it. I bought a sewing machine, broke it, put my first pair of fringes on the shirt, started wearing that to church under my dress.
I was just gonna ask you that. That's a spirit. So you wore it to church.
Wore the church. You know what I'm saying? People still didn't know what was going on because I was wearing it under my dress shirt. Yes, sir.
So you say you wore under your dress shirt?
Or under my dress shirt.
Oh, they ain't really sick. I was gonna ask though, like, dang though. So like, how did the church respond to you wearing fringes? Like,
I'm gonna tell you, right? So after a while, I couldn't sit in there no more. You know what I'm saying? So I would play, leave during the sermon, and come back. I'll just put a time on my phone, come back in about 45 minutes. He'd probably be wrapping it up. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll get back up there and play the rest of the service. But I couldn't sit up in there. So I started asking questions. The piano player, she was a minister. So I asked, I said, hey, why don't we keep the Sabbath? Like, why don't we keep none of the holy days? Like, we do Christmas, but we don't do dedication. We keep Easter, but we don't do Passover. Why? And her answer made no sense to me. She said, because of the sacrifice of Jesus, any day can be our Sabbath. I'm like, what? That don't make no sense.
That's what she said?
That's what she said.
That's crazy.
So I was like, okay. All right. I ain't say nothing because I wasn't versed enough to even argue. But I knew it didn't make no sense. So I asked what's funny is the pastor at the time, something went on with his family. He ended up disappearing. He just stopped coming to church. So the assistant pastor took over the role, and I was really cool with him. Mm-hmm. So, mind you, he was the sound man. I'm the drummer. We got a close working relationship. So I asked him, I call him. And I start questioning him, asking the same series of questions. And long story short, he ends up kind of getting annoyed with me.
I bet, yeah.
And like low-key bang the line on me. Like, you know, try to end the conversation swiftly. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. So when that happened, I went to church the next Sunday, and the law came up in the conversation me and him had. When the church next Sunday, as soon as he gets on the stage, he's like, thank God for Jesus. Thank God that we're not under the law, that we can be on the. And I know he's talking to me. He's legit like going off of the conversation me and him had.
Yeah.
Because he knew who the Israelites were. He was like, he asked me during the conversation, he said, where are you getting your information from? It seems like you're learning this information from a certain source. I said, no, I'm reading the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So when we went to church that next Sunday, he did that. I remember sitting there and I was just looking at him. I'm like, I'm gone. So I told the people, I said, yo, this is what I told him. I said, I got a job. I got to work nights now. So I'm not going to be able to get up to go to church on Sunday. So I'm just going to relinquish my position. And that's what I told him. But I was really just trying to find an exit route. So I didn't have to explain. I didn't want them to be able to reel me back in by confounding me because I was a babe at the time.
Right.
That's how that happened, brother.
That's wild. Dang, that's crazy. Like you don't really, you find some people that's in the truth. I don't find some people that's like, it was some brothers I ran into, they was pastors, but it's still kind of rare that you find people that like presently in the church while finding out the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like you being a drummer, like it's the whole process of it. You know what I'm saying? You being a drummer, then you know, cause like being in church, you already know like the drummer be there the whole time. Yeah. So even when the pastor bring it out, they kind of do that little, you know what I'm saying? When he kind of like
you're playing behind the pastor. That's what they call it. Yeah, we didn't do that thing, God. Not really. We didn't really do that. So
okay.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. But still, that's still like your journey. It's still it's an awesome journey because you start asking questions, and that shows like, and this also for the viewers, because for the people that might see this and they say, well, dang, I came from Christian church. The brother, he went and asked them questions, they couldn't answer them. No, they didn't have the answers. You know what I'm saying? And that's a real thing that we want to really realize, that church is not the answer. You know what I'm saying? Christianity is not the answer. So moving forward. So where you from?
I'm from Goldsboro, North Carolina. So I'm from here. You know what I'm saying? I currently live in Greensboro, about 2 hours away. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm a North Carolinian, man.
Okay. So boom. All right. So you grew up in North Carolina, you know what I'm saying, your whole life. So boom, you find out the truth. You know what I'm saying? You find out truth. So you start wearing your fringes. So then what was the next step? Like, when did you start to say, well, hey, now I want to teach? Like, what was the turning point then?
Man, I remember me and my brother was living together, man. I was in my early mid-20s and smoking my little weed, watching videos all day. That's all I was doing. Smoking weed, watching videos, man, just taking notes, man. Shout out to the brother Naquan. I was watching a lot of the cold cuts. You know what I'm saying? And you know how he do, man. He gonna tell, hey, you better put your brick in. You need to be out here, you know, whatever.
Yep.
After hearing that for a certain amount of time, I'm like, but the Most High gonna kill me if I don't get out here. You know what I'm saying? So
That's real.
yeah, bro. So I remembered a lot of precepts because all I did was listen to Israelite videos. I remember the girl I was with when I first came into the truth. She told me she left because she heard the teacher's voice on the videos more than she heard my own because I was binge watching stuff.
Damn,
All I was doing. You know how it goes. So
yeah.
when me and him was living together, I'm smoking my weed, watching videos, kept hearing Naquan say that. So I put a post, I made a separate Facebook for my personal one with Judah Yasha Allah on it. Started just any Israelite I seen, I'm just adding them.
Yeah.
So after a while, I typed, I said, when do you know it's time for you to teach? And I posted it. Or when do you know it's time for you to hit the streets? And different people hit me up telling me, some people give me advice here, some people give me advice there. Brother, I don't even remember the brother no more, but he was with Sakari. He hit me up. He was like, man, if you ready to get on these streets, man, I'll put you in this group. He put me in the group to prospect for those brothers, but I wasn't ready yet because I didn't understand nothing that was going on. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I met a brother. He had a Bible study at his crib. He thought it was his turn to teach. He was still a baby. He could not do it at all. It was bad.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But after it was over, he was like, hey, yo, such and such started his own camp. And I was like, I don't know this brother or this camp that he just left to start his own camp. I don't know who you talking about. What is this? Because remember, I'm thinking other than watching Naquan, I'm thinking it's one camp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or now it's, ISUPK and IUIC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he told me to look him up and ended up being Sons of Thunder. So I looked them up, and I remember I went home to help my mom renovate the house we grew up in. So I'm in the house working by myself, and it was only 5 videos on the SOT channel, and those 5 videos is what I needed at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I started watching that, started getting on their Friday night calls. I asked the same question, and y'all all said, man, Israelites, we're 1,000,000 on these streets, man. So I'm not going to tell you not to get on these streets, but don't get out here and one of these apologetics, get at you, or one of these pastors get at you that's been in this Bible a little longer than you, and then you get confounded. So I got the prospect phase. And that's how it went.
So bear with me, I gotta send this. All right, so basically, boom. So somebody ended up telling me, hey man, there's a brother, he done started his camp, SOT, you know what I'm saying? You start hopping in on they watching their videos and things like that. And then boom, you got into the prospect phase of with SOT. So
Yep.
So what time period would you say this was like?
I officially was a member of the camp in 2019. So it had to be in 2018, early 2019, around then. So I was probably like a year in.
So they've been around for that long. I didn't even know that. So
yeah.
Dang, okay. So boom. So fast forward, boom. So now you win Sons of Thunder, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now was you teaching at that point once you got in, or was it like still a point of just getting yourself built up?
Yeah, just I remember so many precepts, bro. I was listening to the video so much. I used to dream about precept. You know what I'm saying? I used to dream about videos that I've watched, and I'd just be rehearing it in my head. And then I have a video on while I'm asleep. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I knew enough to explain the basics of who the Israelites are, simple laws, things of that nature. But I was still getting built up. So it was crazy because when I first came in, you already did an interview with his brother Eliel. When I first came in, Eliel had just started Milk Monday right after I came in. And I was in his prospecting class. All the prospects was broken up amongst all the leaders of the camp. So I was in his class. So he hit the brothers in his prospect class up once we got through the phase and became soldiers. He hit us up. He was like, hey, yo, I got Milk Monday. I need a co-host. Anybody want to start getting up there with me? I've been working for myself for years. So I got time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shoot, man. At first I'm like, I was like, nah, I got time. Out of everybody, I got the time. Let me do it. So I got up there with him. And he threw me out there. He said, I want you to do a class on the Hamites. And that was my first class.
Dang.
Yep. That joke got cut off 3 times on the live. It got cut off 3 times.
Dang.
And we started over all 3 times.
That's mighty though. That's mighty though.
Yeah.
And what's so crazy though, like your first class is on the Hamite. Like, dang, that's tough. Cause you know, like, how can I say it? If you're learning this thing, you know what I'm saying, the Hamites, you wanna know who the Hamites is. You know what I'm saying? As in people don't know how to make some people don't know how to make the connection between the Hamites and the actual being actual Africans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's like you gotta know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And then making connection with them, making the connection that they the actual Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like I think that's pretty fire that was your first class. So that's
hey, but you know what? He made it easy for me because I was hitting him. I said, yo, I'm about to go through every tribe in Africa. I'm about to say which one is this tribe, which one. He was like, bro, if you don't just show the people the difference between a Hamite and a Israelite. So what I did, I pretty much just went over the difference between a Hamite and an Israelite and how they're taught over there that we are not them. So I saw multiple sources, multiple videos on that. How they had us in captivity at one point, you know what I'm saying, and just went over that. So it ended up being a good class, but he didn't make it. I was making it harder than what it needed to be. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you know he looked out for me on that one. You know,
that's mighty. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So I got to ask a question. So boom. Now, so boom, that was your first class. Then you started teaching, right? After that. What's something that you would give somebody, or what's advice that you would give somebody that's looking to be a teacher, you know what I'm saying, or maybe want to teach in some time in their life? What's some advice you would give them?
Don't rush. Enjoy the phase where you at right now, because it comes with a lot of responsibility. And you know, you learning all the time, and as the years go by, you might see like, damn, something that I taught or I thought I was learning on back then wasn't necessarily it. You know what I'm saying? So you just want to enjoy the process of learning the culture of being an Israelite, learning the laws. Try to find you a teacher that you can see is knowledgeable, and don't get in that debate spirit. You get in that debate spirit early on because that's mainstream Israelites. That's what you see. The videos with all the views is the ones with the debates. We do a Torah class every week. It'd be 13, 14 people up there. But let that be a debate. It's going to be 50 people up there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If not more than that. You know what I'm saying? So don't get in the debate spirit. Don't learn to debate.
I got a question.
You're looking for precepts.
Why do you say not to get, like, just so they can, for those that might understand, like, why say not to get into the debate spirit? Why say that?
Because that becomes the light of your life as an Israelite. And it turns into pride in so many ways. The scripture said debate thy cause, man. You're supposed to bring forth your strong reasons, of course. And a lot of times when you're on the streets, people are going to come with difference in opinions. So you're going to have to get in some sort of debate. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But what I'm saying is don't come into the truth because you see somebody get confounded and you want that feeling for yourself that you only studying to debate, because you're going to find yourself only being able to start conversations with a debate topic when you're on the streets. For example, instead of asking them, do they know who they are? If you see somebody with a Christian shirt on in some shape or form, you might ask them something about the Trinity. And then y'all don't have an hour and a half conversation about the Trinity. You yell them off the street or you embarrass them and they left not knowing what your real reason for being out there was. Don't get in the debate spirit, bro. We all have some opportunities, man. Can't do that.
That bro, that's some real stuff you just said. I ain't even gonna lie, like that's kind of one of the things that I'm very big on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can, like you said, you can go out there, you can debunk, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and they might come with this, you can do that, but yet again, if they leave that spot where you at and they don't know that they're Israelite, they don't know that that you're trying to spread the gospel that we're God's chosen people, and we gotta repent and keep the commandments in these last days. You know what I'm saying? That America's gonna be destroyed soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Hawashai, Christ is a so-called black man. You know what I'm saying? Like what is it all for? Yeah, you won an argument, but you
Right.
didn't really give them the most valuable thing, which
You
is
didn't win
knowing
the
who they
soul.
are and how to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, win the soul. Come.
Yeah, bro, you didn't win the soul, bro. And when it's all said and done, there's been plenty of times where we'll be on the streets, like especially when we first started in 2019, when we first actually hit the streets, when we were still with SOT, man. When we first hit the streets out here in North Carolina, man, we were learning how to hold camp together. You know what I'm saying? It was three of us, and then another brother came through the phase. Man, all four of us, we still learning how to do it together. Like, ain't none of us really did camp before. Shout out to Yahweh's camp. We went to during the COVID season. We went and held camp with them brothers almost every weekend. So we had an idea, but we were never the ones teaching.
Man,
We read or held posts. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's been times.
So
Yeah.
your house campus, that's in Greensboro too.
Nah, that's in Raleigh.
So how far it is from where you at?
About an hour and 20.
Hour 20. Okay.
Hour and 20. Yeah, man. Got another brother, Jonathan, man. He the one who introduced me to those brothers, man, because it was time to start, COVID season was going on. I ain't never been to camp before. I'm a baseball coach, so we normally play on the weekend. But because we know, I'm just used to doing that on the weekend. I've been doing that for years. When COVID season happened, we stopped playing ball, and now I'm in the prospect phase of SOT, just getting through the phase. And he like, yo, come to camp with me. Yeah, I was camp, so I started going over there. And them brothers really taught us about how to hold camp. Shout out to Elder Yakanan, Elder Zaquan, and Captain Obadiah. Rest in peace to Captain Obadiah. Those are the ones who took us under their wing. And they're actually the elders over our camp right now. They're our elders. If we need anything as a camp, our leadership of the camp, we go to them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we just didn't know what we was doing at the time when we first started. And there was a lot of times where even to this day, like a conversation may go a certain way, and we'd be like, yo, we probably could have did it like this though. We ain't get to this point though. We should have, you know what I'm saying? So it goes with time. You just gotta, once again, let the debate spirit go. Don't try to have the debate spirit. Teach the people who they are and to repent, because that's the most important thing. The Trinity, you ain't gonna get to the gates and they're gonna ask you, yo, did you believe in the Trinity? They ain't gonna ask you that.
What they gonna ask you? Hey, did you keep them laws?
Did you keep them laws, yo? That's the most important thing. So remember the point.
God, that's big facts. That's big facts. So, you know, coming in this truth, we're faced with a lot of battles, you know what I'm saying, especially coming into this thing. Like when you first coming in, it's like you trying to get over that hump, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, a lot of people that do come in the truth and fall out, it's because they didn't get over that hump. You know what I mean? That hump. So what is something that you say, like something that you might have struggled with, or some advice you would give somebody that if you struggle with this, this how you overcome this?
Shoot, man, the weed spirit was something that was hard for me to get overcome. You know, some people, bro, they fall to that. Like, if they can't smoke their weed, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I legit had to throw weed out the window on the highway, going 80. Like the J, throw it in the doggone in a toilet and flush it. Like I don't had to, and then when I realized I kept going back and forth, I finally asked the Most High to take that from me. Like, and I just prayed every day, take this from me, take this from me, take this from me. And he found one day it just every day got easier, but it was like after a few days, that particular time, it was like I don't need it no more. The days stopped going by so slow, everything started going back to normal. That was that, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, like, and I'm hoping like brothers and sisters that need this, that they watch this, because this is something that this is very important what you said. you actually prayed that Most High remove it from you. Like you made that decision in your mind, let me pray about this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the Lord, He answered your prayers. If
Yeah.
you want to defeat sin, you want to defeat anything that you're dealing with, pray about it. You
Yup.
gotta really step into that point where say, hey, I really want to overcome this. Whatever I'm dealing with, I really want to overcome this. Let me pray about it. And the Most High, He answers your prayer. That's a mighty testimony, man. That's a
Hey, let me
mighty
tell you,
testimony.
dog. And let me tell you how I know he answered my prayer. Let me tell you how I know he took it from me for real. Because when I tried to go back to it again, I damn near died.
Damn.
So like my body couldn't even take it no more. You know what I'm saying? So now it went from melling me out to getting me sick. You know what I'm saying? So I know he
It's so
took it.
crazy. I'm gonna say this, and not a lot of people know this, but so I'm gonna say this. When I first came to truth, like that was one of the things that I struggled with. A lot of people they know that I talk about that, but you know what I'm saying. I struggled with that, and then I ended up taking a 2-day fast. I'm gonna just make this real quick. So I didn't take a 2-day fast. You know what I'm saying. I stopped smoking weed. Didn't smoke anymore after that. I tried a 2-day fast. 2-day fast. All praise the Most High. I just left it alone. But along the while in the truth, you know what I'm saying, sometimes those spirits like come back. But it wasn't like a smoking spirit. It was just like, well, let me just instead of smoking, see, I could, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's nothing wrong with medicinal, but I wasn't I'm gonna be 100. I wasn't trying to use it for medicinal purposes. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course. Yeah, we
So
don't done that. We all don't done that.
so I end up some dudes at work, they had like like a drink, a juice of it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Some juice. So I ended up drinking that, man, and like I was at work and everything, and it was just a little bit. But I ended up being like paranoid, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna die, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just a whole I had not it was so crazy. I left work and I just walked home. The whole walk thought people was following me. Like it was crazy. Like
Yeah.
it was so insane. Like, but
Yeah.
that just made me think about when you said you almost died. Like that's the experience I had. Like it was like an insane experience. I never had like all my years smoking. Like I never had an experience like that. You
Fact.
know what I'm saying? So I just thought about that though. So
Yeah, bro. I'm talking about, you start taking gummies and this, that, and the third, whatever. Man, listen, bro. I can't even do that, bro. Headache,
God,
cotton mouth. You would have thought you just get cotton mouth off smoking. No. The
exactly.
gummy, wake up the next day, feel like you just got hit in the head with a brick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey man, just let it go. But to answer that question, that's one of them. Here go another one. Lust. Some people deal with it more than others. You know what I'm saying? But hey man, it's better to marry than to burn, brother. You know what I'm saying? So
And I got a question.
mm-hmm.
You know, for the young brothers, and I gotta stretch my arm out because I'm going to sleep. But for the young brothers that's out there, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't like, especially coming to this truth, it's hard really, especially when you first get in this thing, how to really find a woman in this thing. So what advice would you give to a brother that's trying to get married, pursue a woman? What advice would you give them, but give to them?
I'm gonna say this. Me personally, you trying to be with me, you gonna go to counsel. Bro, listen. I talked to the one sister, and hey, look, we talking to this brother right here, and we talking to this brother right here. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to try the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So do nothing without counsel. You got to get that counsel. You know what I'm saying? But take it slow, bro, because people can put on the front for a long time, longer than what you think. I always tell people this: 4 seasons of life, good, bad, happy, sad. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be happy during the bad time. You can be sad during the good time. But you got to see them through all of that. When they happy, how do they act? When they sad, how do they act? When things are going good in the household or good for them personally, how do they act? When things going bad, how do they act? You got to see them through all of those. You know what I'm saying? And that's my advice. Just take it slow, because I don't make the mistake all of us have. You know what I'm saying? And we are, especially as men, we hear the thought that the brothers be the ones that be off all the time. It's always the brother that's off. You know what I'm saying? We don't be in the spirit, this, that, and the third, and we just be abusing sisters, which it does happen in the community. Don't get it twisted. That mess happens for sure. But we don't hear a lot because brothers don't show it or don't talk about it. We don't hear how sisters put on the front a lot. You know what I'm saying? Sisters put on, case in point, if you are a leader, you got to watch out because sisters just want to be attached to you because you that guy. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch out. See, you got to see, like, sister, do you want a husband or do you want just the leader? Because this same sister that's talking to you because you the leader might not talk to the brother who just hold posts and hand out flyers all day. Talk to him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? So brothers got to take it slow. And sisters, you got to take it slow and try the spirit, man. And after a while, they're going to have to show their card. They're going to have to.
Come on. I think that's how can I say, like, I think that's just very interesting that you said that, though. You know, like, it's definitely good to take your time, you know what I'm saying? And like, we know that brothers, we make mistakes too, but I'm glad you said that. Like, brothers, you gotta be wherever a sister, you know what I'm saying? Just because she got a dress on and a head wrap, you still gotta watch out for her, man. Just because she got a dress and hair wrap on don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the brothers out, somebody, I forgot who said this, but it be demons and dresses and hair wrap. You know what I'm saying? It be demons and dresses and hair wrap. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be, you know what I'm saying, very cognitive and having discernment and just watching out for things like that. Like you said, like, you know, when it comes to this truth, it's, believe it or not, it's in some aspects, not all aspects of the truth, but there are aspects where there are respective persons or like a kind of a fan base thing going on. Oh, this brother, he has this camp and he got this many followers, and you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So you want to be careful of people that's kind of moving in that kind of spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Just, you know, a lot of times Israelites, bro, we take that spirit that we had in the church because a lot of times the pastor is overly reverenced. He hasn't been tried and tested. You don't know what his home life is. You don't know what he's struggling with. But because he has a position and he can speak in a certain manner and draw a crowd or pull people in, he's overly reverenced. And then we found out that the church ain't it and the pastor ain't it, but we bring that same spirit into the truth. You know what I'm saying? So sisters get caught up looking at that brother in the forefront all the time. You know what I'm saying? And brothers get caught up looking for a father figure in this truth, looking for a leader in this truth. Not knowing, bro, they just men, bro. They just men. So we gotta try everybody. Try everybody.
Nah, you said something real right there. I ain't even gonna lie, you said something real, like, especially when you were saying, like, you know what I'm saying, even with the brothers, like, it's not just like sisters that's looking for, like, you know what I'm saying, bro, you got brothers, like you said, like, they looking for father figure, brothers that they ain't, you know what I'm saying, when they see the truth, they like, I see somebody, you know what I'm saying, like I see somebody that could be that figure, you know what I'm saying, they kind of chase that figure being, because we know we under curses, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us, according to Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 54, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us grew up without having a father in the home, not even knowing who our father is. So when you see leaders and things like that, men actually on a different aspect of what we've been seeing in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us in the world, you know, our leaders are people that we look up to as your dope boys, you know what I'm saying? Or these rappers or stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Street niggas, stuff like that. But it went like, now you got like people that's actually preaching the gospel, the truth, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like you said, you got to prove everybody, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Everybody, man. Everybody. Because you got to give them that grace to know they're just men, bro. They're going to mess up. You see what I'm saying? But you can't overly reverence nobody. A lot of people get mad when you don't give them that reverence that they feel like they deserve. But at the end of the day, bro, you just protecting your spirit because nobody deserves that type of reverence. Nobody. It don't matter who it is, bro. Nobody deserves that type of reverence. Like, hey, I put that on Facebook the other day, bro. You ought to be respected as a man or as a woman. Outside of that, you don't get that type of reverence that you thinking that you deserve.
Hey man, I gotta go look I gotta look at your post, man. Cause I'm gonna have to repost that right there. I gotta repost that joint. Cause that's real though. You know, Like we gotta remember though, at the end of the day, man, we're nothing but dust and ashes. At the end of the day, we dust and ashes. So we just gonna do that. So we gonna shift gears. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad we talk about some real stuff. Though. That's some real stuff that we just talked about though. That's real stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So right, we asked you, know what I'm saying, what advice you give somebody that's want to be a leader. We talked about, you know what I'm saying, what it'd be like to you know what I'm saying, if you're looking for a woman, just and then not that like you said, just proving anybody, because hit the advice that the brother gave out, that's going to like camps, everything. Everything you wanna make sure you prove somebody. And then another big thing that he pointed out was, you know what I'm saying, you want to make sure that you have counsel, get counseling, get counseling these things, man. Get counseling.
Got to.
So we're gonna shift gears though, you know what I'm saying? So truth wise, like you know what I'm saying, or what kind of music you listen to, bro? You know what I'm saying? Who you listen to, bro?
Man, look, bro. Jonathan, man. That's my op, man.
Jonathan?
Yeah, bro. Hey, look him up. AHOS Jonathan on YouTube. We got a couple of videos. Probably got one of his music videos on our channel, man. Brother just nice with it, man. He been studying the art of hip hop forever. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him and his rib, man, at our first tabernacles. We sitting around the campfire, they doing a hip hop history lesson. They just reminiscing about all these different artists. Man, I'm 30. They're only 6 years older than me, but they going, I don't even know what they talking about, but you can tell. You know what I'm saying? My brother Jonathan, man, he nice with it. My brother Ak Kanal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
bro. Hey, we're gonna catch him at the summit, man. He gonna be at the summit, man.
For real? That's
Yeah.
big bro, man. That's big bro right there.
Yeah, that's my brother, man. I just talked to him yesterday, man. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? Man, who else, man? Of course, you got all the guys that you, man. Listen, but that brother Corey, man, just dropped the doggone a little album. It's called an audio visual. That joint crazy. I ain't even gonna hold you. Yeah, man. You got Phineas Gad. You know all the brothers that you know. You know what I'm saying?
We asked this question. I asked this question a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of like transitioning to the truth. A lot of our people don't know who to really like. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to the music transition, because all we've been listening to is music in the world. So when I interview brothers, I like to hear like who y'all listen to, because this video, this interview is like, you know, you said you're gonna have people that's gonna see this and they might hear like, dang, I ain't never heard, like you said, Corey, you know what I'm saying, the brother Jonathan, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let me check them boys out, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, that's good, you know what I'm saying? That's why I asked that question, you know what I'm saying, so they can, you know what I'm saying, like, dang, okay, let me try to check that guy out, because you know, they might hear that boy Jonathan and they might go crazy, like, hey man, you know what I'm saying?
Jonathan gonna make you think, man. You know what I'm saying? You got brother Brown. That's another brother. You know what I'm saying? He just dropped a album yesterday. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I be talking to him sometime, man. That's cool, brother, man. That's cool, brother, man. He told me he was getting up with y'all, man. I said, man, that's some good people, man. So that's mighty though.
I did my first track with that brother, man. My first cover with that brother, yeah, man.
Oh man,
he kept telling me, bro, get on the track, get on the track, get on the track. And he had one track with an open verse, and he just let the beat rock. I'm like, well, shoot, I'm gonna get on this one. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't a rapper though. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Check him out, man. There's a lot of good artists in Israel, man. A lot of them.
So there you got it, man. You got, you know what I'm saying? He said Jonathan, you know what I'm saying? Phineas Gad, you got Corey, you know what I'm saying? The brother Brown, he just dropped the album Who Is Brown. So you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of artists out there, man. Y'all gotta definitely check them out.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? So like, okay, this is another question that I like to ask brothers, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, again, just coming this thing, you know, you got people they just be instant. Like you said, when you first came in, you thought it was just IUIC. You know what I'm saying? Then you came across ISBK and then the Quam, you know. So like what I'm about to ask you is not about, it's not a ranking system. It's not like anybody better than nobody, just you know what I'm saying, person. Like what teachers you know looking at, you know what I'm saying, or what teacher you like, you can throw some teachers out there who you watching.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, one of the teachers, bro, Jonathan, that's why you got to interview him. I know Aharon told you to interview me, but hey, holla at Jonathan, man. I ain't gonna lie. Jonathan is one of them brothers. To me, he living what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? We all try to do that, but like this brother, he teaches his family. You know what I'm saying? His wife and his children. He actually does that. A lot of brothers, we forget our first ministries at home. You know what I'm saying? I was one of them that did the same thing. I ain't really know no better. All I know is go out on the streets and all of that. You know what I mean? But he does that, and that brother be in his Bible. Man, preach Yakin out for Yahweh's Camp. See, Yahweh's Camp is not and they growing on YouTube. They got more subscribers than we do now. They don't surpass us by a lot now. So the Most High is definitely enlarging their territory, but he's one of the elders with the Mashra Yasha Allah.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What's that dude name? He like he a short, dark skinned dude.
Elder Zaquan?
Is it Elder Zaquan? It's a young, like dang. I be seeing him on Facebook a lot. I follow him on Facebook. He a little dark skinned dude though.
Who he with? Do you know?
Who y'all count?
Probably. He's an older brother.
I don't know because he looks so young, but he like, dang. He always be posting like, I can't even find him. I can't even find him. But I just
he sell wine.
I don't know, but this is he's a cool guy. I just want to know.
You probably do Yashawan. If a dark skinned short brother Yashawan.
I think that's it, Yashawan.
Yeah. Phones to Yashawan.
Yeah.
My brother, man. Yeah, Khan.
Yeah, Yashawan Judo on Facebook. Yashawan
Judo. Yeah. That's my op. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. That's what's up though. So you say Akatan.
Yakanan.
Yakanan.
Yeah.
And what can we which we the cause I know y'all got different branches. Y'all got a branch in Atlanta. Y'all got a branch in Greensboro and some other places.
Okay, so Yonatan is with us. He's AHOS North Carolina.
Okay.
Yep, you can find our videos on the main channel. He does the tour Thursdays every Thursday. Priest Yakanan is with Yahweh's Camp. I'm gonna actually try to find a page so I can tell you. What they camp, their channel name is. I'm gonna find it and I'll give it to you. But Priest Yakanan, he's one of our elders. I actually just talked to him the other day. He's one of my favorite teachers, man, because the way he breaks it down and the way he just gets into the scriptures, man, and makes it plain for us. You know what I'm saying? You never gonna miss a good lesson with him. Like never. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of time getting lessons from them because how they used to do on the Sabbath was you have camp and they would have class and all the elders would teach. So I used to get a class from him every week.
So I got a question. So did they do it like they did it before camp? Like they did the class before camp or after camp?
After camp. They'll do it after camp.
Okay.
Yep. You'll go from like noon to 3. We'll have camp for a few hours. And then we on the way to class, man. So I got a lot of good lessons out of him for sure. He's one of my favorite teachers. Man, Priest Kahan was always a banger. Just because he never really. The thing about Priest Kahan, Kahan, he never really yelled or got hyped. Never. Because the information that he was bringing, he'll go to a bag and get a book, and the information he was bringing was going to get you. And I appreciated that about that brother because I'm a kind of rah-rah type of brother by that's just my spirit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I've chilled out a lot since coming into the truth because it's like, bro, the loudest person is probably not the one who's just yelling. He's probably not right. He's just trying to run a yelling match. You got to beat my information. You can't. You don't have to beat me with volume. Beat my information. So it's just a couple of brothers, man.
And I love that though. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to. So like I'm gonna say it like this. Like me, like I used to be like rah. You know what I'm saying? And it's sometimes I still do have the rah, but it's like
gotta do it sometimes.
Yeah, like it's like depends. Like if like I'm prophesying to the wind, I might be more rah. You know what I'm saying? Versus like I'm actually, you know what I'm saying, talk to somebody, then it's not the same thing. Because like you said, right now, I know, like I'm confident in the information that I have, so I don't have to over talk. I don't have to like yell at you. I literally just can tell you the information that I have. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying. But like, for instance, like sometimes I'm like there ain't nobody I'm talking to. Then I might just be rah just to be in the spirit type stuff. But
for sure.
So, but nah, that's beautiful though. Like, you know what I'm saying, that you do have people that's like that, and I like the fact that you said that he present books. You know what I'm saying, because it's a lot of people don't know, but there's a lot of books out there that you can get knowledge from, like, you know what I'm saying, to help push this truth. There's a lot of books that have information in them to help push this truth. And like when I did the interview with LEL, he was telling, he mentioned a couple of books that brothers and sisters are kind of look into that kind of helps, you know what I'm saying, bring information or bring light to the truth.
That's right.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool. So it's another question that we had like to ask, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can meet 3 people from the Bible, but by default, you know what I'm saying, your house shot, of course you can't. That's by default. Anybody want to be outside, you know what I'm saying? By default, you can't pick him, you know what I'm saying? So you got to choose like 3 people that you like to meet in the Bible, and why?
I would like to meet David. I know a lot of people say that, because you know what's funny, that question is brought up a lot in Israel, period. Like, this isn't a conversation, but David, because everybody want to be mighty. You know what I'm saying? I would say Adam, because I can just ask him one quick question, like, bro, why you do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not using Adam, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I like the book of Samuel. I like 1st and 2nd Samuel. So I would like to meet Samuel. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna have to say Paul, and I'm gonna tell you why.
All right, but first, why would you like to see Samuel, meet Samuel?
I really be wanting to know how brothers felt in certain situations. So when the king of Israel went to the lady with familiar spirits and brought him up, or when Samuel knew that he was about to fall, how did you feel in that situation? You know what I'm saying? I be wanting to know. I just be wanting to know. Like, I be wanting to know, Noah, how did you feel building this big boat? And I know everybody was looking at you like you was crazy.
Facts.
Hey, Abraham, brothers can't deal with their wives now. How did you bring your son? You know what I'm saying? How did you do that? Because you know what I'm saying? Same question with Job. Curse God and die. What?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I be wondering how people felt in certain situations. And because they were wise men, how did you deal with it? Because I know how I would have dealt with it. It would have been different.
Yeah, it would have been real different. Real different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I be wanting to know. I ain't gonna lie. I be wanting to know, like, bro, I know you felt like this. Let's quit acting like keep feeling it's just 2024. When you got feelings too, how you feel me? So that's how.
Right.
Yeah.
That's real though. Yeah. So why Paul though? Why Paul?
Similar situation with him. But I be wanting to know, like, first of all, I want to ask him one question, bro. Why you write this like this? Knowing good and well we can't understand what you're talking about.
Hey, real rap though.
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna hit you with something. And I want you to just remember this. Even when you rewatch this or something, me and Giannis had a conversation about not being locked into camp doctrine, right? Because we got a lot of teachings that the mainstream Israelite might teach that you might see something in the scriptures and be like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And so let's couple that with Paul's journey. When he was Saul, he was doing a lot of things. Me and one of the brothers was talking about this earlier, bro. He was doing a lot of things in confidence because that was the truth at the time for him. You know what I'm saying? And then he's on the road to Damascus and gets knocked off the donkey. And now he has a whole nother revelation of what the truth is. I want to know how he felt. How did he know, and what how did he make that change? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times in the truth, if you see something different than the mainstream, you'll bug out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So was Paul a bug out? You know what I'm saying? In that moment,
I get saying. Yeah, I get saying.
How did he say, "Hey, this won't it. Let me go this way," and was confident in that? You know what I'm saying? So I be wanting to know, really, like I said about them writings. I really want to know what's up with them writings. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
But outside of that, man, I be wanting to know like how did brothers make them changes and how they so confident in them changes that they had to make, going through the things that they had to go through, the adversity. Like I said, we mentioned Job, mentioned Abraham. You know what I'm saying? These different adversities. Because man, let me tell you something. Let me take my 2-year-old son.
What?
I heard that God told me.
What?
Man, forget it. It's over with.
What? You done? Right? You done? You finished?
You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, the men of old, they had a lot they had to deal with, and that's why we gotta realize in 2024 in today's age, are we really riding for the Most High as hard as we say we do? Because you don't got to do half the stuff they had to do. So I be wanting to ask them questions, man. That's why I wanna meet them brothers. I would want to meet them brothers. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's real though. That's real though. Like you said some real stuff, and like you said, they was in a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of sticky situations. You know what I'm saying, but they, like you just said with the that last question, which I might have to pin that. You know what I'm saying? Are you really like, you know what I'm saying, riding for the most, like how you say you is? You know what I'm saying? Like all the people you mentioned, bro, they was in some situations. You know what I'm saying? Even like for instance, like with Elijah, you know what I'm saying? When he was like, he was saying, I'm ready to die. I'm at the brink of death. You know what I'm saying? The angel come down, give him that cake. You know what I'm saying? It lasts them 40 days. You know what I'm saying? It's just like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even with Alicia, to have the double spirit, he had his spirit in the spirit of life, like all that, bro. Like this, even asked that. You know what I'm saying? Even when he was like, you know, in a situation where it was just him and that guy. I think it's like, I want to say it was going against Sennacherib or something like that. Don't give me, don't quote me on that, but we know that he was like in the mountain, and the guy that was with Alicia, he was like kind of scared. He was like, don't open his eyes. You know what I'm saying? And then he was able to see, like this dude was able to see this whole army of angels. You know what I'm saying? Just asking questions like, how this angel, huh?
I would have passed out. I be thinking about that all the time.
Me too.
Bro, I'll be out of here, bro. Yeah. I'll be gone, bro. Let me see something crazy. I'm knocked out, gone. You know what I'm saying?
But that's something that that's one thing that I kind of thought about, like on my like a personal thought of mine. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Just being honest. I was like how was our forefathers was like actually seeing, like they seen angels, like they seen them, like how, like, you know what I'm saying? What it be like if I was to see an angel like right now? You know what I'm saying? Like
gone.
Like it's crazy, man.
Yes, sir. I'll be out
just
of
like
here.
How, like we go to like how the Bible describes an angel, and you like seeing it like in your face, like man.
And even to this day and age, bro, you imagine the angel. You're not thinking about the Bible's description. You're thinking about a person in a white robe.
Yep.
Maybe with some wings on their back. If you close enough to Christianity, if you ain't that far removed, you're not thinking about this creature that is actually described. Man, I see one of them.
Man, you'll take off. You'll take off, man.
You're gonna die on the spot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man.
Hey, that's real rap though, man. That's what I really think about. Like, man, to see an angel, bro. Like, all right, so we gonna switch gears, but that ain't gonna lie, that's something to really think about. But I do want to ask that question though to the whoever sees when it does come out, man. You know, like the brother said, he posed a beautiful question. You know what I'm saying? Are you really riding for the Most High like you say you would though? Like, are you really like down for these laws, down to be a servant for your how about you know, should I die down to even die for this? You know what I mean? Like that's something you gotta ask yourself. You know what I'm saying, on your personal time. Like, are you really down for this truth like you say you is? You know, so that's something definitely to pose to the audience. So shifting gears, man. You know, I like to bring light to the food. You know what I'm saying? I'm a foodie. I like food, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a food guy. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Of the tribes, or it could be any kind of anything. You know what I'm saying? What food you busting down on, man?
man, I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I ain't tried no simian food. I ain't try hardly none of the other tribes other than the regular stuff, Issachar and Benjamin. Outside of Judah food,
What's Simeon? That's Puerto Ricans.
that's the Dominicans. If I'm not
Dominican. Oh
mistaken.
yeah, I tried it. Okay, I tried that. I tried Simeon. I tried
I
Simeon.
ain't never tried none of their food. Like, you know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Bro, I'm an oxtail brother. I can
You
throw
oxtail
that.
brother.
Yeah, I can make some oxtails nice, some jerk chicken nice.
Ooh, you make
Yeah,
jerk chicken. Okay.
yeah, fact. You know what I'm saying?
So you got your oxtail, they fall off the bone.
Yes, they're not even on the bone when you take it out the pot. I ain't even gonna hold you. You know?
Damn, like that?
Yeah, bro. You just gotta cook them long enough. You marinate them right, cook them long enough, they're gonna fall off anyway.
Dang, well,
Yeah,
that sound good.
yeah,
So you
but I
never
like.
had like Levi?
Say it again.
You never had Levi like Haitian food?
Ever. And I heard they food good.
Yeah. So what like what they got it? What's the demographics in North
Well,
Carolina?
man, no killer, man. Look, it's all sorts of stuff, man. You gonna have white folks everywhere. That's
Mm-hmm.
first and foremost. Greensboro and Winston Salem, more black people than the other areas, but people are starting to migrate from the city to Charlotte. You know, the bigger cities like New York and Atlanta, they coming into Charlotte. So you got a lot of black people coming into Charlotte. You know what I'm
What?
saying? But yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
Know that.
Yeah, so I guess they trying to get out of the clutter, but they cluttering everything up. But you know how it
Yeah.
go. You know what I'm saying? But Greensboro is a mix. You got a little bit of a city feel, and then you got your country feel. Charlotte is a big city. Raleigh is a big city. You know what I'm saying? Not as big. If you coming from Atlanta, it's not as big as that, but it's big enough. You know what I'm saying? It got everything going on. You know what I'm saying? But we got some everything out here, man. You got Hamite food out here. You got all them different types of food. I just ain't never tried it. You know
I got you. I got
yeah,
you.
you got it all.
So how far y'all is from Atlanta?
5 hours.
5 hours. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we hit that road. Yep.
So yo, how the hell that work? I get. So all right. So I'm gonna ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
So how far y'all is from then? So how far y'all is from North Carolina? I mean South Carolina.
It depends on where you're going. I can get to Rock Hill, South Carolina in 2 hours.
Hmm.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? I can get there in about 2 hours. Myrtle Beach, 3.5.
3 hours. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I got a question for you too. Is Northern House of the Saints? Is there a part of martial law?
We're not a part of Mashara Yasha Allah officially. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Not in an official sense, as we got the certificate and all that good stuff. Because we only been around. It'll be 2 years in December. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So
It'll be 2 years in December.
2 years in December, brother.
Damn, time fine. Golly, man. Bro, it seemed like the last when I just looked, when it was just y'all heard about Northern House of Saints and names y'all 2 years in.
2
That's
years.
mighty.
2
So
years.
what's martial law, Yashar? What's that?
That's the Mashara is the government of Israel. Mashara Yasha Allah is the government of Israel. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So they go by how Mashara Yasha Allah, how I mean the Mashara government, Yasha Allah Israel. So pretty much it's a group of elders who pretty much hold a summit twice a year. And they act as under the brothers that's under their umbrella, a governing body. They do council, they do all different types of things, and they just try to keep the community together. They're trying to make a thing to where all of us can be on one accord in some way, shape, or form, even though we all might not have the same views. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's about. And because our two elders that we put over us is a part of the Mashara Yasha Allah. And when we was with SOT, we did a summit for them in 2021. You know what I'm saying? We always been cool with them. So when they hit us up for the opportunity to host this summit coming up, of course we did it.
So it's gonna be where it's gonna be at again?
In Greensboro, North Carolina, right here August 29th through September the 1st. So you got the 29th, we're gonna have a meet and greet at our school. Then you got the 30th, we're gonna have camp downtown in Greensboro. The 31st, we're gonna be at an event center here in Greensboro for the actual summit. You know, got a whole bunch of teachers, performances, food, all the whole 9 yards. Then we're gonna have a cookout on that Sunday, man. So it's gonna be a good time.
So they are having, man, the summit, you know what I'm saying, for 2024 is going to be in Greensboro, North Carolina.
That's right.
Right. Hey, brothers and sisters, from August 29th to September 1st. All that's watching this, man, definitely try to get out, show love, you know what I'm saying, if you're in that region. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be a beautiful event, you know what I'm saying? And again, I think it's like a beautiful, like, you got people from like different walks, y'all all just coming. It's always good to have brothers and sisters like to come together and just be unified, you know what I'm saying, despite all our differences, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause like, and I hate to say like differences because at the end of the day, we still all Israel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we like a lot of us we harp on the differences part more so that we all recognize that we Israelites and we got to keep the laws. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course,
That's
we
it.
might think different on this particular doctrine, but at the end of the day, bro, let's not be different. Like, we still Israelites, bro.
That's
We
right.
still, you know what I'm saying? We still servants of the Lord. We just going about it in a different way, you know, or so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people might have different moons,
Right.
whatever.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you still a servant of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's a beautiful thing that y'all doing. I'm just say that, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when Yahweh Shah come back, he's not gonna look at what camp you was in. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna look at what kind of servant you is. You know what I'm saying? How did you serve me? You know what I'm saying? How did you keep my laws and commandments? Did you repent? How did you treat your brothers and sisters that you was around? You know what I mean? So like that's what the Lord gonna be looking at when he come back. You know, he's not gonna be looking at a camp. It's not gonna be a camp. So
that's facts. Yep. Shout out to the elders, man.
Con. So I'm gonna say this because you know we kind of ran out of time, but I ain't gonna lie. This interview has like, and I love these interviews, man, because you learn so much about y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like brothers, like every brother that's been coming up here, like it's beautiful because a lot of people they see you on the stage. You know what I'm saying? They see you on the classes. They see you teaching. But now this is the opportunity for people that look up to you or they kind of see like they get insight on you, like you're not a robot. You literally have a life and you literally had struggles. You literally had growth that you had to make and you literally had a process to come into where you are. You didn't just wake up one day and now you're the captain of
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That it didn't happen like that.
Yeah.
So I think this is a beautiful thing. I'll praise the Most High for even being on here, even taking the time to even do this interview. You know what I'm saying? So all praise the Most High for
Appreciate
that.
you having me, man. Appreciate you having me, man. For
That's
sure.
all praise the Most High. So what's something that you would give to to anybody that's watching this, man? Like what's advice, anything that you would just say, well, hey man, I would want y'all to take this with you.
Hey man, I'm gonna land me back off of what you just said, bro. We ain't robots, we just men. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? We couple the TV with celebrity. And now because YouTube apps can be put on your TV and you can watch a brother on a TV now and not just on your phone or your laptop or something, or just not in person, you look at them as something that they're not. And ain't no celebrities, bro. Like, we gotta listen. And that's what I'm saying. I'm letting me backing off what you were saying. Everybody's just men, right? Don't nobody snap and they pants get put on. Nobody snaps and they in the car. You know what I'm saying? Nobody snaps and just has groceries in their house. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta, hopefully, everybody works for what they do or what they get. You know what I'm saying? They put their pants on one leg at a time as you. They put on their shirt one sleeve at a time just like you. You know what I'm saying? They got to go spend their money and go grocery shopping just like you. You see what I'm saying? Do not over reverence anybody because you have to understand a lot of these people just came into the truth before you did. They were just exposed to this information before you. That's all it was. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that everybody, the brothers that you see, with the tens of thousands of views are just men that was doing the work and got those views. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught in the debate spirit once again. These are all the things that I wish somebody would have been like, hey, yo, look, young brother, hey, let me tell you something. You know what I'm saying? When you see somebody that wants more reverence than just them being a servant, once again, try everybody. Because once you you need to sit down and be a fly on the wall. Be a fly on the wall. Come around, be a fly on the wall. Even if you decide to join a congregation, be a fly on the wall. And because after a while, that mask gonna have to come off. And then you're gonna see whether it was a mask or it wasn't. This the brother. You're gonna either see one or two things. That was the front, or no, this the brother he said he is. Like this is how he act. Like he's just a cool brother. This, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta, and then brothers, when you get into this truth, you start teaching, you get people up under you. Don't let your head blow up like a balloon, because you still a servant, and just like that, you could be in the world. Just like that, you back doing what you was doing. You get a crazy doctrine, we don't have to keep the laws no more, or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stay grounded. That's the point of it. Just stay grounded. You know what I'm saying? Worship no man. Stay grounded.
I ain't gonna lie. You said something, and I think that's very, very important because, especially as a teacher, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're doing something that's never been done before, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people is drawing, especially like nowadays, like how the truth, but it's growing, like it's expanding, you know what I'm saying? More and more people are like coming into it. But you said something very big as a teacher, man. Don't let it get to your head, man. Don't get the balloon head, like you said. Don't get the airhead where you start to fold up, man. And then you know what I'm saying. Like I said, Lord, he could bring you down. You know what I'm saying. I think that's one of the scariest thing to be involved with. Like the Lord, he got, like you said, he can have you. Like when we talk about bugged out, I'm talking about like bugged out, like you said, like hey, I ain't gotta keep laws no more. You know what I'm saying? Or you ain't really gotta keep the Sabbath like that. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, how big is you talking about that you ain't even gotta believe in Yahweh Shai no more. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, man. I've seen this happen to people. So
exactly.
And I would say this too, because man, you just dropped a jewel right there. You know what I'm saying? Drop us one more, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to like actually being like a teacher. You know what I'm saying? You brought us up something before, you know what I'm saying, like you said about you mentioned about, you know what I'm saying, take your time, don't rush to getting out there and things like that. But let's give us another tip, you know what I'm saying, advice, you know what I'm saying, because our people need this, especially like as people more and more people coming into it, you know what I'm saying, especially that you coming from being a part of a camp, and then now having your own camp, you know what I'm saying, like what's something advice that you give, especially like when it involves change, like you said, you mentioned something about change and things like that, being able to, you know what I'm saying, being able to maneuver in this thing, like how like what's like it could be anything, you know what I'm saying, in particular, but like I just drop us another one, man, because that was beautiful.
Being a leader ain't easy, so make sure you built for that, because people be wanting what they think comes with it. They be wanting the reverence, the respect, the notoriety, but if that's all you think that's coming with it, you're not gonna do your job correctly. You're not, because you're not gonna want to do the work. So like you're not gonna want to do that work that come with it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have, man, you gotta be made, what to say, you gotta be built for it tough, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be willing to see brothers in the spirit one day and then gone the next. You gotta be willing to see, hey, we this deep, and then it's you and two other brothers now. Like you got to be willing for that, because what's gonna happen is if you there just for the notoriety and the respect, when you don't got nobody no more, you gonna be the next one gone. You gonna quit. You know what I'm saying? You got counsels you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Brothers look to you for whatever. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be ready for that. If not, you're not gonna do your job correct. So if you want to be a leader, you know what I'm saying. I was watching this morning. YouTube was just on for the night before, and the Malcolm X movie was on. I've never really watched that movie. Never really watched that movie. Yeah.
Dang.
I ain't really a big movie dude. I ain't even gonna hold you
I
like
got you.
yeah, bro. I'm a comedy dude. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
So
that.
yeah, man. So I watched a couple movies. It got to be something good. You know what I'm saying? For me to watch it, and I watched that, and it made me think. When he got killed in that, and this morning I watched it. This morning it's crazy. Now we talking about it, but when he got killed in the movie, I had to look it up and say, yo, how many times did Malcolm X get shot? They say he got shot 21 times in real life because I saw he shot him twice in the chest in the movie. Then the dudes ran up and lit him up.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember having a conversation with my mother, and you know we was talking about the sacrifices that come with doing certain things that you doing. I was like, Mom, I got a son. So if they kill me, they really ain't never killed me. Because when it's all said and done, while I'm here, I'm putting my spirit into him. So now you got to deal with him. You feel me? So whatever happens, but you got to think, are you willing and ready to deal with that? The fate of Martin Luther King, the fate of Malcolm X, the fate of Khalid Muhammad, different civil rights activists that actually died for this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that movie made me think about. It was like, man, he stood for something that he thought was right. And he got all them calls. His wife got all them calls and death threats. A lot of brothers, they gone when that stuff start happening.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of different trials that you can go through in this truth. Once again, bro, you got people gonna hate on you. Who did this brother think he is? You gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have people coming and going. You're gonna have a classroom full. Then it's gonna be just you and the brother teaching with you. You know what I'm saying? Are you prepared for that, or are you just here for what you think come with it? Because if you hear what you think come with it, you're not gonna do your job correctly because you're not gonna want to deal with all the stuff that come with being a leader, and you're gonna quit. So think, you know how they say, think before you speak, think before you lead. It might be in your cause to just be that brother that follows somebody else. And that's fine.
Man, right. Where you said some real stuff just then, like I ain't gonna lie, like you said some stuff that I even had to deal with, you know what I'm saying? I had a lot. If I go into that, man, we'll be talking even more, man. But I ain't gonna lie, you draw some real stuff, like some stuff like I literally had to go through, you know what I'm saying, just like having my own count myself. And that was like that was some real stuff, bro. I can't even hold you. So Lord willing, man, like brothers and sisters that y'all tap in on this the wisdom that the brother has dropped. And not only just on this interview, man, tap in on to his camp, man. You know what I'm saying? AHOS of Greensboro. So y'all check them out, man. And I'm sure y'all be doing classes and things like that. So we're gonna drop all your information and I'm gonna drop all your links inside this, and y'all definitely tap in with the brother, man.
All praise.
You know what I'm saying?
All praise.
Gonna give all honor go to Yahweh Shemel Shai, right? This brother Yahweh voice of the branches.
Brother Judah.
Khan. That's Shalom.
Shalom.